Gary Clark joins us now via the Rude Guest Hotline. Gary, what's up, man? How are you?
How you doing, guys?
Good, man. Gary, I was telling JP, I was like, man, Gary was a little subdued in that thing. I normally know Gary, and Gary and I like to talk with a lot of choice words. Is it the respect of Art that made you pull it back?
It's definitely the respect of Art makes me pull it back. I mean, we both know Art is just he's a quiet man. He's all about action with his play, not necessarily with his words. And, and Art only talks when he has something to actually say. So he's definitely a little different from me, and it's about Art Monk. It wasn't about Gary Clark. So
Got you.
let's go respect Art.
So,
not me so much.
Gary, I think the team, the organization did such a great job with that video and sending you guys down there. Can you tell us a little about kind of how it came, like who reached out to you? When did you guys actually go down there? I'm just kind of curious about it all.
Well, we went down probably about 2 weeks ago because we had to keep it quiet for about 2 weeks.
Right.
But around 2 weeks ago, we went down, and it was just they were letting us know that they was going to retire Art's jersey, and of course they wanted the posse to be a part of that. So myself, Ricky, Doug Williams, Art's closest friends on the team was also there, Charles Mann, Tim Johnson, Darryl Green. So some of the people that are important to Art, that's what they had to be a part of it. And our family, Art's family is huge, by the way. I mean, it's like 30.
Yeah,
30
I saw that.
Cousins and families and everything. So it was a huge group of people. But everybody was spectacular, and Art was spectacular. It was a surprise. It completely caught him off guard, because his family didn't let him know that, So it was like wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab my purse real quick.
Yeah, Gary, it's like when you see people receive things that they well deserve, it makes you feel even better. And Art being that guy, like I tell people, all I saw a dude do was work. He rarely talked. If he had something to say, he'll say it, but he worked his butt off. And I was as happy as they come yesterday when I saw that, because certain guys you root for, and he's always been one I root for. Him, I need people like that. Yourself.
Yeah. That's what it is for Art, Art's one of these guys that, his play was just spectacular. I remember when I first came to the Redskins, the whole passing game was kind of built around Art completely, because that's how good he was.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a spectacular leader, got things done. Everybody respected him. There was never one person on the team that did not respect Art Monk. And when he did speak, everybody did listen. It was like E.F. Hutton. Everybody did listen when he did speak, though.
Talking with Gary Clark here, former Redskins wide receiver, member of the posse. Gary scored 65 regular season touchdowns in his career.
Mega scoot, dog.
Art scored 68 in his career. Just incredible numbers. Gary, watching that video that the team put out, and you being the first guy through that door, you could see the surprise in Art's face when he opens that door. Just that moment, knowing the news you were about to share with him, how cool is that? Is it even just hard to describe?
It was. It was so. I was kind of hoping that he said, "What the." He's never cursed a day in his life that I've known him. Not once in his life I've ever heard him say a curse word. Not gosh. He's kind of like Joe. Gosh darn it was about the most you get out of Joe or Art. But I thought I was going to get him there for a second. I thought I was going to get something out of it. But he was totally surprised. Completely got him off guard. His wife did a great job of keeping it completely from him. His family completely kept it from him on the whole time, and it was just a special moment that he had. Art doesn't really get teary-eyed, but he got a little teary-eyed on that day, which was, it was nice to see.
Mine kind of sweated a little bit yesterday. I kind of was able to keep it from the dude. Did you get a little teary-eyed?
I think everybody there got a little bit teary-eyed just because.
I'm not asking about them. I'm asking about you, Gary. You try to avoid the question.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody got a little teary-eyed. That's me included. I said everybody, BMitch. Say everybody.
I see you trying like, oh, you're not gonna say, yeah, I got teary eyed. Everybody got teary eyed.
Yeah. It was contagious. What can I say?
There you go.
Gary, I think just as a fan who grew up watching you guys, right, and now works in this in whatever capacity, I think when the last group did the rebrand, I don't think the rebrand was done very well, but I also think they made a really bad decision of trying to just pivot away from all of the team's great history. And I think since Harris has bought the team, the Harris group, all of them included, Magic and Ein and Rails, all of them, right? Have openly talked about we embrace our history as we move forward. And I'm curious for you, retiring Art's jersey, Darryl last year, bringing those Super Bowl era uniforms, like how much more valued, involved, and just much. How different does it feel now for you as a one of the most distinguished alumni in Redskins history?
I mean, I'm excited about what's going on, how the team is playing. In terms of like how I've been treated, honestly, I was always treated nice by the organization. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like BMitch can say the same. Like there's certain members of the team that always got treated nicely. What I like about this organization is kind of like they treat everybody the same, whether they got the same type of accolades or not the same type of accolades. They treat everybody the same. But don't get me wrong, the Snyders never treated me bad. I had a good experience with the Snyders. Not one bad experience that I ever had with them.
I don't even mean that. I mean more like
what I do like about this team and what they're doing right now with this staff and this ownership is they're bringing excitement back to the game of football. The fans are excited about it. You saw the last home game that we played was packed house. Mm-hmm. It was in that way for probably the last 5, 6, 7 years since Joe left. It hadn't been that way. So it's exciting. It's exciting to have football back where it belongs. And the Burgundy and Gold is coming out. And hopefully we'll be able to get back in the District of Columbia as well. I mean, I'm excited about all the things that the new team and the new ownership is doing.
For sure. What'd you think about the unis coming back?
That's always cool. That's always a cool thing. They're going to have BMitch come out and return punts that same game.
No, they're not. Hey, for 7 figures, I would.
7 figures, I'd make you go out there and return it.
This may be silly. Did you two ever race? Did you ever race Gary?
No.
Race who? BMitch?
Gary was a speed guy. I run through you. And then if you got behind me, I didn't let you catch me.
I mean, BMitch and Jerry Rice are the same. Like, you never go catch them in football. They got football speed. That's the most important thing, period. It's football speed. I've never seen anybody really catch BMitch from behind.
That's crazy.
I never really seen that happen. Once he got in front of you, but he would run through you because he's crazy.
He's
not a quarterback. He's not a quarterback. He faked being a quarterback that whole time he was in college. He was not a quarterback. He was a linebacker.
I could throw the ball, dog. The coach decided the smart, athletic guy plays quarterback.
Now. Don't get me wrong. You could throw the rock, but you just don't have a quarterback's mentality. You fought everybody when you first got on the team.
If you go to the Mitchell household, you don't have a weak mentality. You got to be tough.
Oh, you're definitely tough. You're crazy. I was a little scared of you when you came as a rookie, BMitch, to be quite honest. I was a little scared of you. I've never seen a quarterback act that way before.
Never saw a quarterback try to fight jumpy gathers.
It's unbelievable, though.
Hey, Gary, it was an interesting day yesterday because there was like the emotion, the excitement of the Art Monk news, and then Terry McLaurin had the press conference later in the day. You played pro football a long time. You had contract disagreements. I don't know if you've seen or heard any of Terry's comments, but just what is it like going through that as a receiver that has put it all on the line and performed at the highest level and still have to go through kind of the business side of things? Yeah,
I mean, that's always a tough thing, especially when you've played for a team as long as, you know, that I played for the team. Before I went to the Cardinals, it's not like I really wanted to go to Phoenix. I did not want to go to the Cardinals. You know, but, you know, you set what you think you're worth, you know, and for me, it was just really simple back in the day. I mean, I wanted to make sure that myself, Art Monk, and Ricky Sanders stayed the posse. We stayed there as a team, period. That's all I cared about. I cared about keeping the group together because as a group, we was the best 3 receivers in football as a group. Not saying individually, but as a group, best football trio in the game, hands down. And why they wanted to break that up, don't get me wrong, I love Desmond. Desmond's a great guy. He was a good football player. Better return guy than receiver, though. Much better return guy than a receiver. And they should have created special plays for Desmond, not have him come in and make him the third person of the posse. That was, and I told him, like, you know, it's us 3 or I'm going. Trust me, I didn't think they was going to say go.
Yeah.
I didn't think that, but I guess me and Charlie Castley, we just didn't agree on certain things. And once I said it, I'm not going to back down once I say something. I'm going to be Mitch like that. Like, once I say it, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do.
There you go.
But I did cry like a baby when I went to Phoenix on the flight out there, completely tears, whole 9 yards. I didn't know I wanted to retire as a Washington Redskin. I really did, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. So contracts are tough, man. I mean, it really is. I mean, the team has something they need to do. The players have something that they need to do. But I sincerely hope they get this thing straight with Terry, because Terry is on his way. He's escalating each year.
Yeah.
There's not a down cycle. You know, you can't complain until there's a down cycle. I don't care if he's 30 years old. I don't care if he's 40 years old. If I don't have a down cycle, leave me alone.
There you go. 100%.
You know, if I start playing great, then you could have that conversation. Age shouldn't matter, and all football players know that. I was much better my last year in the league than I ever was my first years in the league.
Yep. You know
and
what
I was
happens?
slower a whole 9 yards.
What happens is they talk to the player and they want you to get better, while they're predicting that you're gonna get worse. It's a weird message that you get when you hear people around football. It's always about, oh, you're at 30, now you're not gonna be able to play. But if you started saying something like that, you'll get knocked for it. But the player still is being pushed to be better. And the guys that take care of themselves, they do get better.
I mean, I got much better over time. I mean, I really was better. But, you know, the mindset of, especially back when we played BMitch, the mindset was as you got older, and if you got slower, you weren't the same player you weren't. But the key is what you learn while you play.
There you go.
I was much better at 4.6 than I ever was at 4.3 because I learned so much over time. I knew how to utilize my energy. I knew how to utilize my space.
Yep.
You know, I mean, the key is getting open. The key is not how fast you are. The key is how quick you are.
Yep, totally.
Because you got to make people miss in space. You know, you're right next to me. I got to make you miss in front of me.
Yeah. I can show people a few games over at past 30 and past where things were better than they were at 23, 24, and 25.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You have non-football people making those decisions. Unfortunately, back in the day. Now it's better because you got more players that are now coaches that are involved in the game.
But they now being
back
told
when
how
we
to
played,
think.
there was mostly not. There weren't NFL players being coaches back then.
Mm-hmm.
You had people that, I mean, they were coaches, but they never played your position, so they didn't know how to necessarily coach you. I was fortunate I had Charlie Taylor.
Yeah. Charlie
Charlie played my position. Charlie I could talk to. Jack Burns, a really good guy, nice guy, but he didn't know shit about me playing receiver. I mean, I even told him. I told him, I guess it was my third year playing. I said, just shut up, Jack. Take the credit. I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do. It's not going to work.
I love it, dog.
I love it, man.
Yeah, we're more alike than you think. You call me crazy. Hell, you crazy too.
Man. Why am I going to do something that will get me cut? That's just stupid. I'm not going to do that.
Gary, I've told you this before. My favorite play ever of yours, I remember it clear as day. I just tweeted out the video in Giant Stadium. You guys were looking to make a statement, hadn't won up there in a couple of years. Rip hits you on that bomb. I can never stop watching that play, man. And for Rip, they rolled him out to the opposite side, and then he was getting pressured and had to turn around. I mean, were you at all surprised you remember the play well, I'm guessing?
No, it was a throwback. It was designed to be that way. So basically, I would come off the ball like I'm not really in the pattern, because he's rolling out away from me, so it makes it look like I'm not in the pattern. So a lot of times you'll catch your defensive back looking back into the play. When they do that, then I would go by them. So, and I mean, it worked multiple times, quite honestly, especially that 91 season. I was very fortunate. I got to throw back a couple of times.
You sure went by him. I mean, that also takes a hell of an arm. And no doubts about Rip's arm strength. But, I mean, he's throwing that thing from his own 40 and hits you at like the 4-yard line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had a gun. I mean, that season, without a doubt, I had a couple of touchdowns that were like 5 yards, 8 yards. So I averaged like 45 yards a touchdown catch that season. You take those 8 yards and 10 yards away, I'm averaging like 60-some yards a touchdown catch. Real could throw the rock.
Yeah, oh, man. What a loaded team.
I mean, he could throw the rock. Definitely could. Great touch.
Well, Gary, I want to say thank you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Always appreciate you making time for us, dude.
I said, anytime BMitch tells me I have to do something, I have to do it. I'm good at BMitch. So I'm going to do whatever BMitch tells me to do.
You crazy, dude. We appreciate you, dog. Thank you.
Guys, man.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you, man.
Take care.
All right.
Gary Clark, man, just absolutely one of the best. I mean, 89, 1,229 yards, 9 touchdowns. 90, 1,112 yards, 8 touchdowns. That 91 season, 1,340 yards, 10 touchdowns. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves.